Alright, since Bleach is getting another season this year, I've decided to give this series a proper review. This will be a long journey, and considering how in-depth I am willing to talk about each episode, I say I won't finish this series until the end of the decade. But hey, Bleach is one of the big shonen of the late 2000s, alongside Naruto, One Piece and Fairy Tail. Weirdly enough, I watched this anime way before I even started One Piece or Fairy Tail. In the mid-2000s, I was into Naruto, Shaman King and Inuyasha, because my sister forced me to watch it. It was still good. Inuyasha, I mean, because Kakome was taking a bath naked like every single episode.
I must be in heaven.
And once Sango was introduced to the series, I had two anime babes to fap to, while they talked about jewel shards and the sad drama of their lives.
Figured it was the least I could do after what happened. So you broke the jewel?
Bleach was amazing from the start, however. I was completely on board with it, especially once the Soul Society arc started. Man, that must be the most iconic way to make an amazing and compelling arc in anime history. Now, Bleach study has suffered from the Naruto syndrome, a lot of filler, and many ups and downs. It's not exactly the roller coaster experience of Naruto, where you can get from a 10 out of 10 to a 5 or even a boring 4 for certain episodes. But yeah, it's a bit more balanced, but it failed to have a good, engaging, interesting ending and under-delivered on its characters. I remember how hyped I was for this show, back when they were still fighting Aizen.
Welcome back, Green Joe.
They had like 7 minutes recap for each episode. There was still some visually impressive stuff. The arc with the bounce was lame and useless, and when they got to the espadas, the power levels of characters was a bit out of control.
So maybe I won't be disappointing after all, a Rancor.
You see, the greatest flaw of Bleach is that it fails to maintain a healthy progression of power levels, as the protagonist gets stronger and stronger with each arc, and making others more and more relevant to the story.
What spiritual pressure is this? Clearly it's at the level of a captain, but I don't recognize him at all.
Now Dragon Ball Z managed to do this very thing and got away with it. Even Dragon Ball Super. And now One Punch Man starts with an absolutely invincible main character. Therefore, even this flaw could have been overcome. However, Bleach failed to captivate the attention of its fanbase and was slowly put out of its misery. Now I love this anime. I know I may be harsh on it, but I'm telling you, there was a time in my life where there was nothing better than watching Bleach. Man, this is an action-packed, incredible experience. In my opinion, this is the most fighting you will ever get in an ongoing shonen anime. For a brief time, it set the bar really high for all other out there. And it ended up rivalating Naruto in popularity, which is an influential milestone in anime history. In all media in general, this is truly an experience to behold.
I don't need to be saved, and I do not tremble!
It's such a fresh and stylish take on the genre. I mean, have you ever seen such a handsome young man be the protagonist of a shonen series? Ichigo Kurosaki is an average underwear model who just so happened to have a strong connection to the spiritual realm.
After all, you deserve to rest in peace.
This is definitely a way to appeal to a female audience as well, by having the main character be a complete hottie, with a fit muscular body, and a truly handsome face.
Oh no, that's alright, really.
Not knowing bright like Naruto, or an overly excited, stretchy boy like in One Piece, this is a female dating sim main love interest, as a rebellious, driven, badass protagonist of an ongoing shonen series. Not to mention how so many other of his opponents are fuckboys as well, like that Grimjaw fella.
Don't forget my name, Soul Reaper. Grimjaw Jaggerjack.
This might reveal some insecurities in us males, but it has the action to compensate for its eye candy. Not to mention we get plenty of fanservice as well.
What do you think these are for? All we have to do is make some cleavage by pushing our boobs together.
To keep the horny teenagers happy. Despite this good-looking boy band cast of characters, the girls in Bleach are hot, and some even have distinct voluptuous features and naughty personalities. Like Yorichi or Rangiku. Well, these ladies are pretty fun. Rangiku is very flirty, while Yorichi is kind of perverted and willing to reveal her body to Ichigo.
Was that the first time you ever saw a girl naked? Huh?
Never mind.
Do you want another look?
Yeah, Bleach has plenty of reasons for me to stay engaged and focused. I have to address the soundtrack. Man, these are some iconic songs, if I ever heard any. This is on the level of Naruto, with all fire and stuff. The music here is awesome and fitting. It gives the show a certain allure of mystery and even a bit of horror. At the beginning the show was kinda niche. It had an episodic structure and focused more on the supernatural elements of the Soul Reaper and the Hallows they have to fight against.
I feel it.
Who are you and what do you want? If you think you're a burglar, you're not a very good one.
It kinda was a drama with a lot of cat development. It took a bit of patience to immerse yourself in this universe.
Any questions before I go on?
Why do your drawings suck so bad?
Man, it's the way they rewarded. Slowly but steadily, the show became more and more a classical shonen, and it came at you guns blazing when the Soul Reaper Society arc starts. I also appreciate the art style. Bleach has some rather stylish, unique and iconic visuals. The character design is recognizable. It's kinda interesting and weird how much it resembles the shoujo art style from romance novels. My guess is that this was supposed to be a high school romance adventure with a supernatural spin on it.
My name is Rukia.
It's you!
But it matured into one of the greatest, most popular ongoing shonen that ever was. Also, Rukia looks rather suspiciously similar to a shoujo romance protagonist. Big eyes, short and slender build, with a bland personality. Speaking of waifus, let me tell everyone that I'm on Team Orihime.
It was just a little bump on my head. Don't worry. I'm fine. I swear.
She's the one for Ichigo. Orihime is the classic, kind of voluptuous and shy girl who likes the protagonist but is too insecure to confess her feelings. Just like in Naruto, Hinata was my main waifu. And I was so glad Naruto decided to do some multi-clone jutsu on her ass. People kinda shipping Sakura and Naruto since she's the tsundere-driven girl in the series, and yet Hinata was the one who deserved that orange glowing body of his. Speaking of orange, both Ichigo and Orihime have orange hair. Kinda makes them look related, which is even better in my opinion. Which is even better in my opinion. Anyhow, yeah, Team Orihime here. The cool, strong and driven protagonist deserves a shy, sensitive and beautiful girl like her. This also sort of reminds me of another waifu war from High School of the Dead. Rei Miyamoto looks dangerously close to Orihime.
God, you are so predictable.
And yet, even though their personalities are also a match, I was on Team Sakubo Tsushima. I love me some sword ladies. Tall, slender, pale skin, confident women are my type of waifus. I generally have a thing for brunette women with swords, so yeah. There are actually a lot of anime girls that fit into that description. It's kind of amazing how happy anime can make me. Alright, back to Bleach. Sadly, the first 3 episodes are a bit of a drag. The anime definitely does not make a good first impression for what there is to come. The first episode was mediocre and presented Ichigo and Rukia as our main duo of the series.
Alright, so you are something called a Soul Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
But the second and third, damn, that arc was boring. Such sentimental family drama makes me roll my eyes and think of naked women. Think of Yorichi.
Can't blame you.
Yeah, but seriously, Orihime and her relationship with her brother is a low point in the series. And it hurts the anime, as it is right next to the pilot episode. It introduces Orihime and her tomboyish lesbian friend.
That's okay.
But it's really good.
It was kinda cool to see Rukia struggle with understanding the land of the living and their customs.
What is your problem? I am studying contemporary language.
You're off by a couple centuries.
Also, I like this glove design. It looks so punk energetic.
Guess there's no other choice then.
Huh?
It fits as a strong contrast to the spiritual side of the show.